Tech YouTube channel. Now, this channel is dedicated for tech and educational videos. In this video, we will look at Elective ICT Wassce 2018 question paper 3. So, let's look at the paper. So, this is Elective ICT Wassce paper 3. Let me take you to the front page and so you can see Wassce 2018 Information and Communication Technology, that is elective paper 3. And this is the practical section of this paper. This paper is actually for 2 hours and you have 3 questions to solve. So what it actually means is that you have 30 minutes for each question. Alright, so if you spend more than 30 minutes, you wouldn't have time to go through your work. Alright, so let's get started. Now, in our previous video, we looked at how to solve the question 3, which is a Q-basic programming question, and in this video we are going straight to question 2. So let's look at the question carefully. Now, the question says that we should create a database application and save it as mock in the folder created. Now, for candidates, you are always advised to read the instructions at the front page. I know your teachers will always take you through all these requirements. So you are supposed to create a folder, and if you read the instructions here, you will know how to create a folder. So where they say during this same period, you are expected to use your initials and index number to create a folder on the desktop of the computer. So the computer that will be given for the exam, you create a folder with your initials and your index number. You know how to do that. An example is given below. So this is for candidate whose name is Asari Kafui Mumuni with index number this. So the folder name will be AKM, that is Asari Kafui Mumuni AKM, then the index number will follow. And so that is what you're supposed to do. So you already have this folder, and the question says that we should create a database application in that folder. So let me see if I can have this. If I can have this folder. If I can have this folder. Let me see if I can have this folder. Okay, so I've copied the name. It's taking some time because alright, so I have it now. Now let me go to desktop, new, create a folder, and let's assume I'm using the name I copied. Looks like I didn't get the name right, so let me copy it again, copy. Okay, let me open Notepad and see. So Notepad, I want to see if I can have the test paste in Notepad, copying from PDF file. Okay, so it is here. There's no space, so I close the space here. So I copy this. Let me rename the folder I've created on the desktop. Rename it to the name I just copied. Good. So this is a folder for a particular student. Alright? So this is a folder for a particular student. And so the question says that we should create a database program, database application, and save it as mock in the folder created. So let's start with the solution. So I'll launch Microsoft Access. I'll launch Microsoft Access, and then I will create a new database. So I'll click on blank database, but this is 2016, and I'm sure you are normally given 2007 and maybe 2010 to work with. So I'm using 2016, but it's almost the same as what you have in just the interface. Okay, so click on blank database, and then I can browse to the folder. I want to save database in that folder, so I'll go to desktop, and then I'll open this folder. This is the folder. Okay, then I'll name it, name it mock. Let's get the question again. Okay, save it as mock. So I'll type mock and I'll click on OK. So I have mock.accdb, that's access database. So I'll click on create. Good. And the first thing I see here is a default table that is with 2016. Let me close this and then let's start the question from scratch. So the question says that we should create an application. So we've done that, and now let's start with A. In fact, I've been given a table here, so let's see how we will work with the table. So A, create AI, the structure for table 1 using std or st underscore id as the primary key and save as exams. So we have to create this table. Okay, this is just a picture of the table, a table like this, but we make sure that we make the st underscore id field a primary key. So what we need to do is to open a database. Okay, so let's have the question in the database side by side. So I can have this. Now, so how do we create a table? So go to create, and then you have tables, queries, and forms. So we go to tables. So you can just click on table design, and then we will start designing a table. So look at the fields here. You have the level, st underscore id, that is student id, then math, English, and French. So we will make since we're going to make the st id a primary key. Okay, so we'll start by saying level, and then the level contains numbers. So our data type will have to be a number. Then we have st underscore id, and that one too is going to be a number. You can see everything is number. In fact, in short, you can see all of them have number data type. So any field we create must have a number data type. So we're going to have maths. Okay, so we're going to have English, we're going to have French. Okay, so we change this one to number, we change this one to number, then this one to number. And we can see that the question says that we should make, don't forget, make student id, that st underscore id, primary key. So we select this one. Okay, then we click on the primary key. Good, so we have a primary key here, and now we should save it as exams. So right click on save, then we name it exam. Good, click on OK, and then we have our table here called exams. So we can close it. So we can close it. Now, so we have our table exams. Let's look at the next one, which is the AII. Now, we are still creating a form that will enable users to enter data into exams and save as e-form. So, quickly I can click on form, exam table. Now I'll come to create. Then under forms, I just click on form. Instantly, it will do it. Okay, so there are so many ways of doing it. I can just do this. It will create an instant form. As you can see, it has created an instant form for us, and then we can just start using this form to collect data. So I can just click on this and can start just typing data. Okay, so let's come here. Alternatively, what we need to do is to, okay, so let's come back to save. Now we need to save the form as what? E-form. So let's right click here, click on save, and then say E-form. That is, I think that will be exam form. E-form, no S, so E-form. and then we click on OK. So we have our form. Now the most important thing here is to enter these records. So let's start level. So this one is level 1. So enter level 1, and then student ID is 210097, and then the mass is okay. So let me do this. So the mass is 66, and then this is English. So you can see from here we are entering the data English, French, so it's in order. So English, sorry, but English is 54, and then the French is 46. Okay, so now let's zoom this. In fact, let me take this from here. I'll be looking at it for the entries, but okay, so we need to go to the next record. Okay, the next record, the level is 2. So how do we do that? Over here we can click on new record or new blank record. We click on it, it's opening a new blank record, and this one, the level is the next person, the level is 2, then the ID is 210099, and then maths, so 30. Because we've saved the form already, let's close it. Now if you open the table, you can see that the records are in. You can compare it to that of the question. So let me compare it to that of the question. Let's see the table that you're supposed to create. Okay, let me compare it to that of the question. So you can see this is the question. This is the question. So this is the question, and this is what we have. You can see that it's the same thing that we have here. All right. So let's continue. Okay. So the next question says that we should, that's B, use the form in 2A II to enter. Okay, that's what we've done. So we've done the B to enter the records. So we've done that. Create a query to sort the table exams by level and mass in ascending order, same as SRT exams. So let's look at how we can solve that question. So we should create a query. So quickly we come to create, then we go to create, and then we go to queries, then query design, and then we have our query here, and then we can bring our table here, which is exam. Okay, now we need the elements in the table. But the question says we should create a query to sort the exams by level and maths. So we are sorting it by level and maths. So we come to level, and then we are sorting them in ascending order. So here, sort ascending, maths, sort ascending. Very simple like this. It didn't ask us we write an SQL, so we are good to go. If they've asked us to write an SQL, we have to write this one ourselves. And then, so the question didn't specify that we should write an SQL, so we are good to go by this way. And then what we need to do is to run to see if what you have done really works. Okay, but before we run it, let's go back to how it was so you will appreciate what you have done. So if you run, this is what you see. You see 3, 1, 2, 1, 2 as it was in the table. Now if we run, you can also check the math scores, 88, 89, like that. Let's run it. Let's sort and see. So design. Now we ascending order, math, ascending order. So let's run again and see. Let's view. You can see that it has done it in ascending order, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and the maths too, the scores have changed in the way they were. And so this is how you do it. Now you save this as, so save. Then the question is, you save it as SRT exam. So SRT exams. So you save. So boom, you have your table, you have your query, you have your form, and this is what they will open to check whether you've done the right thing. And they will open this one to check whether you've done the right thing, and they will open this one to check whether you've done the right thing. So this is how you solve the 2018 elective ICT question paper 3 question 2. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have not subscribed, as usual, please do subscribe, as we promise to bring you more interesting, exciting tech and educational videos right here on YouTube, Educon Clamas Infotech. Stay blessed. Bye bye.